it today as well if we get through this. Yesterday, what was confusing, we were discussing the back. Is this on? We were discussing the back part of the Bais Hamikdash. The back, maybe it means the front, maybe it's the front, but it's the west side of the Bais Hamikdash. We were discussing the chambers that are alongside the Heichal, and those are called Ta'im. And when I was taught in school was that there were 5 on each side. Actually, we learned Middos in 4th grade in Muncie. My teacher was Rabbi Balsam, and he taught us Talmud and Middos. Now, what we learned was that there were 5 rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going this way, and then there were another 5 on top, another 5 on top. What's throwing me off is that that's according to one opinion. But according to the opinion that these commentaries are working with, in the Rambam, I think also, is that the 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way, and they're much longer. They go all the way to the end. And in the back, there's 3 that go along, like the full length. I was learning that it wasn't the full length. They were just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It wasn't the full length of the whole. This area is how long? It's 40 plus 20. This is like 60 amas here, maybe more with the walls. Okay.
How many amas is a foot?
An amma and a half. An amma goes from here to here, from the elbow to this finger is called the amma finger.
About a foot and a half.
Yeah. Use Michael Jordan's arm.
Okay, let's begin. We're going to start from Mishnah Daled. And we're going to end up going back over some things that we mentioned in Mishnah Gimel. Yeah, Hatachtaina. Okay. Hatachtaina, the way my commentary is learning this here is referring to a small area outside the wall. Outside the wall, and it's going to look like this. If you notice over here, there's protrusions outside the wall, like ledges outside the wall, and they go up instead. They get longer as they raise up. What we're looking at here is this picture would be right here. Okay, so you take off the front. Take off the front. What you're looking at, take off the front over here, and you're just looking. It's like a cut inside. So you're looking at here the ta'im, the 5 that are going out, 5 rows going out. Now outside the wall, you have those protrusions. So the tachtaina was chamish. That protrusion going out was 5 amas going out. V'roivad shisha. The one above that, there was a ledge that went out that was 6 amas. V'emtsoya shisha. The middle one was also 6 amas. You see what's happening here is that we're calling. Let me show a better one. Mishnah and Dalet. Let's get this. Yeah, this is a better one to see over here. The Tachtaina only has one part to it, so it goes out chamish. The one on top has a roof plus a floor.
So like 2 slabs.
2 slabs. So the roof is called the roivad, and then what's above it is called the yitzia. Here we're calling it the emtsoyes. So roivad shisha v'emtsoy shisha. The roivad, and then it has a roof of sheva, v'elyena sheva, and then it has above it 7. Now there's different ways of looking at this. Some are viewing this as this is part of the wall, that there's actually a wall there, and if I have a picture of it in here, that would be great. And what I learned in school was that was the ta'im. and it's describing the ta'im.
That's what art supposed to do.
Yeah, that's how I was taught in school. Hold that up. Okay, so those are the ta'im, and those are actually the rooms. And what we're talking about is the length of the board that went into the wall, protruded into the wall. So it went 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And we quote a pasuk. So there's different interpretations to how this is going to look, which makes it
the
difficult.
15 rooms here.
Yeah, according to that interpretation, it's the 15 rooms. According to the other interpretation, this is just something that's sticking out of the wall, like wings sticking out of the wall, that make it more difficult to climb because the wings, they're getting longer as they go higher. So if you would try to climb that, you would be going backwards instead of...
That's for the picture.
Now, this makes it very difficult when you have different interpretations. It makes it very difficult to build a model out of Lego. Okay. Shenemar hayitzia tachtena chamish v'amarachba. The lower yitzia is usually a room. That's why it fits so well with that pshat that you have in the picture. But vatichayna is sheish ba'amarachba. The middle one is 6 amas. Vashlisha sheva ba'amarachba, and the third one, the top one, is 7 amas long. Okay. Now we're getting back to the complication in the different interpretations of the ta'im, which way they're headed, the ta'im of those little chambers. So let's see Mishnah Hay. It says in Masiba Haysa'ila Mikern Mizrachas Tzvainas Lekern Tzvainas Maravas. There was a tunnel with a ramp that went from Mizrachas Tzvainas. I didn't do this model perfectly. This would be, if this is over here, and we're dealing with rooms that are back here. Okay? So Mizrachas Tzvainas would mean this is Tzafin, this is the north, and this is the east. Okay, so that room on that side, one of those had a ramp that went up, and it went up higher and higher, and it probably reached the top already over there. That's one interpretation of how this works. Lekeren Tzvainas Maravis, it goes to the northwest, so it goes from northeast to northwest. Shabahaya Eily Lagagas Ataim. This is how you would go up to the roof of the ta'im. The ta'im are the cells, or the little cubicles. Haya Eily b'masiba, he would walk up the ramp, upanav lamarav, his face is towards the west. Halach al pnei kol atzafain, he walks along the whole north side. Acham Megil lamarav, until he reaches the west. So what's the west? Is that end. So he walked along the whole north side, all the way up that part. I'll show you a picture in a minute. He reaches the west. He turns towards the south, which is now he's walking along the back of the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Halach Klapi Ma'ariv, he walks along the west. Until he reaches the south. Gia Klapi Darim, he reaches the south. Hayapanav Lemizrach, now he turns around and he's headed back this way. He just did that circle around, but he happens to be on the roof now of the Ta'im, of that lower area. Until he reaches the entrance to the Aliyah.
Is that this little door?
Yeah, if there's a little door there, let's hold that up. Is there a ladder there to that door?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a ladder from the door to the roof. But there is a little door. If you look over there,
I was just trying to show you.
you see a little door? Because there is a second floor on this side over here, right over here. You're looking up here. There is a second floor to the Heichal and to the Kodesh HaKadoshim. How do you get to the second floor? So you would walk through a tunnel that takes you all the way up to the roof up here, and then you'd walk around here, and it would
ledge, fence, or something. Or just a
big discussion. There's a big discussion. According to the Tiferes Yisrael, there's fences on everything. According to the Rambam writes that that definitely the ramp Mizbeach did not have a fence. And it's all based on Vasisa Michael Gagecha.
Right, and that's a good for sure.
However, Gagecha may only mean your house, your roof, and not the Beis Hamikdash.
Oh wow.
So that could be an exemption here that you don't need any
Koma
fences.
Shomer.
What about this? This is not for safety. This is just for beauty.
Even so, the Rambam says there was. There was
A fence where? Here? Oh, on top here there
on
was.
top of that, there was a razor blade.
Right.
The scarecrows.
Huh?
Yeah, or a scarecrow. Okay. Oh, let me show you the picture. Okay, here you're looking at through one of the ta'im. If you learn the way that we're learning that each ta is moving out one level, so towards the end of the ta'im, second to the last one, there would be a masiba there, a little ramp that takes you up the ramp, and over there you're seeing how he's walking up onto he's getting up onto the roof over there, and then he's going to walk along there. Now over here, the ramp is being raised above the time, already on the west side. It's already 3 amas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's narrow, and it's
And
it's cutting through the floors of the time, according to this opinion.
Why is it so narrow?
Flying.
Well, 3 amas is not bad.
It's almost 6 feet.
It's
No,
4.5 feet. Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's
Okay,
pretty
now
narrow
let me
when you
show you
walk
what it
along
looks
the
like
ledge of
up
the
here.
It's wider than a stick.
It depends if you're drunk or not. If you're not drunk, you can't walk a straight line.
Yeah, but you can't be drunk in the basement.
Exactly. When 2 people are walking past and there's
It's
an
a
edge of a
one-way.
building,
It's a one-way,
it's a one-way.
One way.
So how often are you going to have people
When Nancy
walking
Falter
past
wants to
each
get
other?
past you because I'm not walking fast enough, he walks around the edge.
So let's go further in the Mishnah.
No,
We'll
you can only
explain
walk out clockwise.
the ladder that you saw in that picture. Shepitzcha shalaliyah,
Here, but you could only do.
the opening to the attic or to the second floor, Pasuach Klapi Darim, was open to the south side. So the doorway was on this side,
Right. That.
going into
So
the
is there an opening somewhere in that room where the people come out of? Am I missing something?
only on this side was an opening.
So that opening is not shown in this model.
No, there was just a little door here.
The second floor, not the second floor, right?
See a little door? That little door would be the opening here.
Well, that'd be something here.
Okay, now let's discuss the ladder in the Mishnah. The Mishnah goes on, and it says, "Upiska shalaliyah, ubipiska shalaliyah, hayu shtei kleinses shel erez." There were 2 beams of cedar. Shabahem hayu oilam legaga shalaliyah, that you can go to the roof of the second floor. Now there's a discussion when it says these 2 beams of cedar. Is it referring to a ladder? Because in the Mishnah you can use the word ladder. There's the term ladder, sulam. You could have that. So what does it mean? There's 2 beams.
Also makes a difference if you're saying the roof of the second floor or the roof of the first floor.
But we know we get to the roof of the first floor.
The roof,
So 1 second.
the
What
roof
do you
of the
mean?
first floor is the floor of the second floor.
Right.
If you're saying the roof of the second floor,
It's
that's
the roof.
That's
The roof on
end.
top. According to this picture, it's the roof on top.
Right.
Wasn't there something about having?
Is there an opinion that says that this is only taking you to the roof of the second floor?
Yeah.
Roof of the first floor, which is
Yeah.
the second floor?
Yes.
Is that how the Rambam learned?
We just got finished learning that
The ramp.
ramp goes around to that, and there would be 2 wood beams as steps
Yeah,
or
that-
whatever to go to the second.
Yeah, that it could be that over here they put the door on the roof of the ta where you can walk right in. You want to get to the second floor, you have to take the ladder up. There's another opinion that says that the door was in middle somewhere up there, higher up, and in order to get to there, you needed the ladder to climb up.
Right, in that picture, how do you get onto the ladder? Because the ladder starts 6 feet up, 7 feet up. How has that ladder start?
People were big enough.
Huh?
No, the ladder
It's
could
above the
start. It
door.
doesn't say that it's over here. It doesn't say it's above the door. That's
Okay, in
a
the
picture.
picture it shows.
Didn't we say that you
This is a detail.
Yeah, how's this
You
supposed to
can't
work?
have vertical,
Where were
you
you
can
the
have
other day?
horizontal. Didn't
We-
say about
we
the
No, but you hear that?
version.
That was the
Because
drug
this
that-
is-
because a ladder and then this
Right,
one,
that's-
this
so-
part.
so
this is
That
vertical.
works, but this
Yeah.
part
But we
Said no
answered that
vertical.
it was like lying in there, like pegs or something, maybe like Legos, and therefore wasn't really
It wasn't
structured.
built in. Maybe it wasn't built in.
That was
just-
the answer.
It was just leaning. That could be an answer.
For
Or they had slits and the wood
beauty
was in
purpose,
Basic
it wouldn't
answer was
look
that we
nice
just
to have a
go
ladder
horizontal
on the side of a wall.
Vertical became more of an
For
issue.
wood
aesthetics,
with chops and slits.
maybe it was kept
Sounds
inside
good.
that room and they would take out the ladder and just put it up.
Doesn't sound like that.
Just have a ladder on the side of a beautiful edifice like that.
Maybe it was a Jacob's ladder, just rope. You're right.
It says errors. It says it was cedar. Okay. Now it says the
The Navy came in.
Rashi Pispisin Mavdil Baaliyah Bein HaKodesh Lebein Kodesh HaKadoshim. If someone would be in the second floor, there was a Kohen God. There was not a Kohen God. There was a king that lived up there for 6 years, right? Yoyash. Remember, there was a king that was hiding up there. Was it hiding from Atalia or something?
Jacob's ladder.
He was living up there in Menachem. There was one queen, I think, that was killing out the whole family. Yoyash. Atalia was killing out everyone, and he hid there for 6 years, I think, in this attic. Now it says that he was on the upper part. If you're in this upper area, so you need to know where the Kodesh HaKadoshim is, because you're just going to walk along the roof. You're not in the roof. You're on the second floor.
You don't
But
wanna
part
be
of it you're above the Heichal, and part of it you're above the Kodesh HaKadoshim. So it says there's these little pegs that would stick out that would be a demarcation line that when you pass that you're over.
Do we know where the current Kodesh Kodeshim is? I mean, I know when you go in the tunnel, they tell you there's the Evangelia or
Well,
whatever
they
it
tell
was.
you where you're right opposite. You're not above.
But so do
the
we know
outside.
how far down?
Within
I mean, because
the-
you can't go up to the dome of the mosque because you might be in the Kodesh Kodeshim, right? I mean, that's why front people don't go there, no?
No, it's much more complicated than that.
It's
Outside
it's
of also not going into another
You
church.
can't, you're not supposed to go on the Harabais, period. If you go up to
Especially
Harabais,
Oh, you can't go anywhere there.
Chel.
No,
The issue would be
The
into
Azara
the
area.
Chel. A tummy mace cannot go past the Chel.
and we're not.
The Seirik, past the Seirik.
This whole wall there is where you can't go, correct?
Well, no, there's a wall around this, the lattice wall,
Oh, that's right.
that would tell you
There
can't
you
go
go.
there.
That was the warning.
Now,
What they have up there is larger than that.
Yitzi explained to me that on one side, we know how close it was, right, to the Kaisel, but on the other sides, it's not so clear how close it was to the Kaisel.
At the end of the day, it all depends exactly how much an amma is. So, I mean, we know approximately where everything is, but once you start going in many feet, when it's many ammas, the distance could be much greater. So that's a whole different discussion for where and how you're allowed to go up and all that.
Okay, so there's a division here between the Kodesh and the Kodesh HaKadoshim. The lulin hayapsuchem ba'aliyah lebeis Kodesh HaKadoshim shebehem hayimeshalshlan esa'umnim beteves klei shleizunu eineim lebeis Kodesh HaKadoshim. Sorry, I went through that fast. But there's the holes above the second floor. There are holes in the second floor to lower someone down, to clean the walls and to fix
Windows.
the walls. It's sort of like a trap door, like well, it would be it would be covered in gold, but to clean it and to maybe shine it, to fix it.
Was it a Kohen who would go down or a Levi?
There's a big discussion who would go down and who's better to use to go down into there. It says that Lav Dafka needed to be a Kayan and Lav Dafka needed to be Tahar and all of that, because he was going in a.
You were in a.
He was going in a container, in a box, and he would go through. His eyes were not able to see. Wasn't able to see the other way, only against the wall. Over here they show you. Little diagram of holes in the roof. They put 4 holes in the roof. They don't know how many there are. They put holes in the roof, with sort of like a bucket that someone could go in and they would be able to clean the walls, and they cut out the wall over there, so you could look in.
It's the original
We're not allowed to look
bucket
in.
list. I want to
Okay.
clean the window.
Now we're going the other direction.
In the bucket.
V'heichel meya al rum meya. The heichel itself was 100 amas from east to west. This way, we're talking about the ulam now, part of the heichel.
This is east.
That was 138.
Oh, east to west.
East to west is this way.
This is inside.
East to west would be that way. So,
This is west.
This is west, so east is
here?
this way.
from east to west.
West.
From you.
Oh, okay,
I'm on the
good.
west
So from
side.
east,
He's on the
from
west
East
west
is
to
your
east
side.
would be 100 amas. And it's meya al meya.
Same thing. East to west.
By from south to north and north to south would also be 100 amas, but that's only from here to there, in the front of it, according to some opinions. And it's al rumeya, and it's 100 tall. All the way up is 100, all the way to the top.
100 amas?
100 amas. Does it look like a square?
Well, okay, so that's completely out of proportion.
Yeah.
Isn't-
Well,
how much is-
135. The whole
what's
thing is
length?
135.
138.
This is
One second, the length of this
135.
is
This is
and the height is
187
100?
from here to there.
100 by 100.
I thought
So
this
it's clearly
details
not,
were
it's completely out of whack. This building has to be much taller, way taller.
No, 135.
This whole
135.
length is 100 and the height is
No,
100.
no, Aaron, what's saying is
The wall. How
from
long is the
here
wall?
to here,
So how long is the
from
wall?
here to here
It's
is,
187 on the inside.
We'll see. We'll get to it. It's going to explain each
187
state.
This way, from west to
You'll get
east.
the description.
With the yarmulke, it's 187
It starts-
on the
It's
inside.
not including the edge of Russian? Okay, then it's fine.
It starts with the elevation of the floor. It starts with ha'item is sheish amas. Before you start, it took 12 steps to get up it into the front door. 12 steps, a half amma each, means that you're 6 amas elevation. The goiva are bayamama. Now it's 100. It's 40 amas high, the roof in the heichel. That first, if you're in the heichel itself, it's 40 amas. Va'amakir, then there's an amakir. Amakir is a design roof made from stone and engraved.
Ornate ceiling.
Ornate ceiling, okay. V'amasayim Bais Dilfa, then there's 2 amas, but Bais Dilfa, which is sort of like a drainage area where things could see. We have things like this in our roof also, like there's a drop ceiling, but then there's something supporting above that. What they would have in their, above their ornate ceiling, they would have some sort of way of getting water to drain out.
So is that what we're looking at here on top?
We can't see it right now. Right now we're inside. We're 40 amas
you're
up,
inside.
46 amas up, because we're raised 6 plus another 40. 1 amma is the ceiling, so now we're up to 47. 2 amas is the Bais Dilfa, 49. Va'ama tikra, and an amma of the roof of that drainage area, Va'ama maziva, and then you would have the floor of the next area. So are we on 51? 50 or 51? Let's see. So it's 6 plus 40 is 46, 47, 48, 49. Amma tikra is 50, and amma maziva is 51. The goiva shel aliyah is mem amma. The second floor is another 40 amas. So now we're up to 91. And va'amakiyar, you do this again. You have the ornate ceiling. You have amasayim Bais Dilfa. You have the drainage. Amatikra v'amaziva. So we're up to 91. That's 92, 93, 94, 95, and 96. The Gimel Amas Micah. You have 3 amas of the roof, which we're looking at up here. Micah is a fence. And Va'amakala Erev, and you have.
There goes that. If there was a mica, then there should have been micas all over.
Okay. And then you have. Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, that's what I have.
Can I ask you something? Over here in the art school, it says Dilfa is bracing, not drainage.
Oh,
And
interesting.
bracing would make more sense because if you're doing the second floor, you have to have kind of
Okay.
a,
Do they quote someone when they say that?
no. That's what I was
Okay.
looking for.
Maybe the bracing was at the dummy roof also.
So,
Just for decoration.
What does it say for bracing?
It just says
The Bartanura
it
actually
interprets
says
Dilfa
that.
as bracing.
the Bartanura quotes that.
But to hold up the kier?
Follow the seal.
No, above the Amakir would have been a decorative ceiling,
Which is, but yeah.
but then you would need above that something that would be
The bra-
supporting.
The brace, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's two amas with it.
The Bartanura actually says that. This commentary says that it was an empty space.
What's the mazi?
Here we're translating it as the floor, the upper floor, but really it's usually translated as the roof.
Okay.
Now, Amakala Oirev is something that chases away the birds, the ravens, for several reasons. They don't want them to land there. One of them is that they may be carrying things in their mouth that's tummy and dropping them off there. What would they do? They would put like little sticks of iron or something sticking up that would make it uncomfortable for the birds to land there.
That's what the,
So then they have a discussion. But if there's a kala oirev sticking up, what about all in the center? That's only around the roof. They would land in the middle. So they say no. The birds only land on the highest point. They don't go down in there. That's a possible answer. There's other answers that say that no, there were these kala oirev going throughout the whole ceiling. There were these sticks sticking up.
How can I walk around?
Walk on
I
top.
don't think
they
it was
fly.
there. They'd have to maybe walk between them. Or,
It's like the sticks you see today at the hotel.
No, you can only.
Inside,
Don't-
they set up the
Was
same
it?
thing.
Was
oh yeah, there are sticks on the top.
Yeah, inside when you go inside the room, all the ceilings are full. Like on top
Oh.
of like
All
the
the
whole inside.
spaces between the stone and the ceiling have these things for the birds.
The Rambam says that it was a razor blade that was on top of the fence.
Like Johannesburg
It was
fences.
called a bird decimator in English. I think they translated because if they would try to land on it, it would actually cut off their legs.
Wow.
So
And now you have a dead bird on
there.
there.
If you combine the two.
How do you get
It was spent. Now you can tell you about show about harvest.
Oh yeah. So 1 second. Tell me, Yossi.
They would go clock. They would go counterclockwise around the same. You
Okay.
go around there to go up the ladder, and there's sticks all
Where's that
around.
ladder?
What are you supposed to do?
Was that ladder taken?
Unless they said the
Are
only
you should
high
looking at
point.
that ladder on the
What are
picture.
you saying? How do they get back down?
No, how do they even get there?
They would go up the ladder. Oh,
So how do they
I don't
walk?
know. There must have been some way to get through some entrance. That was a break in the roof.
Yeah, there's
we
a
don't,
little-
we're not
They didn't
able
say
to
that.
see
Little
that.
gate.
It doesn't
There
say
was a
it in the
door to go
picture.
to. Yeah.
No, a
Right.
gate. It does not
Must
be a
have been a
door.
gate. Okay, Rabbi Yehuda Aimer lo yahya kala oirev min amida ela arba ames hayamaika. The kala oirev was not part of the measurement. There was a kala oirev above that we're not counting. Kala oirev is according to one opinion is the scarecrow. So was I saying at the Shula Bell Harbor? So they have. What happens is at the Bell Harbor shops every evening they shoot a gun that makes the sound, and it chases away all the ravens that are there from the people because it's like an open. The walkway in the middle is open, so they all go to the Shula Bell Harbor for mincha. So you walk by. So if it's Shabbos, you're walking by a Shabbos, you see all the birds there. So they say, "Oh, it's Riven the Riven."
Great.
It's
Okay.
interesting to note that by the first Bais HaMikdash, they didn't have this on top because the Aron, the wool and everything was so holy, the birds wouldn't dare land. At the second Bais HaMikdash,
that's-
they already hid away the Aron, so
Like James and Benazil, the birds would fly over and they would get burned. Okay, we're up to Mishnah Zayin. Mizrach Lamayrav Meya Amma, from east to west is 100 Amas. Kaisel Ulam Chamish. The wall of the Ulam. We're going from really easier. Okay, this wall here, that front wall, is 5 amas, thick. And it doesn't tell us that it's hollow. It sounds like it's a solid wall. V'ulam achadasar. The ulam itself is 11. Kaisel ha'heichal sheish. The wall of the heichal is 6 amas. Now, that was hollow.
Which one is 5 amas?
The ulam wall.
The
front wall.
That was only 1 amma. That's why they had the wood beams to hold the front wall.
So it's including the room, maybe.
Unless you're talking about the front of the heichal, that's going.
Not yet.
Not yet. So how is this 5?
But it says.
But it says not. Okay.
Let me see if there's any comments. Because you're right. We did say that we needed supports.
This is a photo. This is the photo it shows here.
Yeah, it was 5 amas. It's on the test. Yeah, and it was also solid. Maybe because of 100 amas itself, even if it's 5 amas thick, it's not. I don't know. Toichay arbaim amma. Okay, so let's add some stuff up. Let's see. We have 5. Tell me again. It got thinner on the top. Really? That's if. That would be according to the opinion of that the time that the wall that went from that would be this the wall going the other way. So we have 5 plus 11, 16 plus another 6 is 22 plus 40 is 62. Amatraxin.